Good morning, St. Paul's. Today is Friday, August 28th, and you are watching Wolf TV, bringing the latest news, sports, entertainment, and everything in between. We are live, and we have a great show for you today. Here are the announcements for today. All cars must be out of the senior parking lot immediately after school today. All new and returning wrestlers, we will have a brief informational meeting immediately after school today in the old gym. 'Tis the season, it's Fantasy Football Friday. Do you like winning? Do you like avoiding embarrassing league punishments? The Fantasy Football Club meets today during lunch in Mr. Garisco's classroom, room 116. A bowling team call-out meeting will be held in L207 on Tuesday, September 1st during lunch. All interested in returning players are encouraged to attend. Finally, let's talk lunch. Today's lunch menu is fried or blackened fish, peas, carrots, and mashed potatoes. And now it's time for some happy birthdays. We wish a very special day to the following Wolves. Mr. Hyman, happy birthday everyone. Here at Wolf TV, we wish you a great day and good fortune. Now let's look at today's news. News out of the White House yesterday of President Donald Trump officially renaming Lake Ontario to Lake America, following the renaming of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America in late January of this year. For those not up with their geo, the former Lake Ontario is one of the 5 Great Lakes and creates a stark border between the United States and Canada. Trump said the new name will go into effect immediately amid the ongoing trade war between the United States and Canada after he implemented 50% tariffs on roughly $20 billion worth of Canadian products, including dairy, hockey, tools, and clothing. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney retaliated with a dollar-for-dollar tariff matching strategy on hundreds of American commodities. The order of the renaming of the lake directs Secretary of the Interior Doug Burgum to update National Geographic data files and maps to reflect the shift of the name. As of this morning, Google Maps still displays the lake with its own name, but should be changing it soon to reflect the second major geographic renaming of 2026.
Reports continue to update on a major flood disaster out of Nepal. More than 1,300 people are missing, including nearly 700 foreigners from 2,000 countries, including the U.S., after catastrophic flash flooding hit China and Nepal on Wednesday. The death toll in Nepal has climbed to more than 350 people as search and rescue operations are hampered by a lack of connectivity, power resources. There is a high risk that a dam created during the landslide could breach and cause new flooding. Monsoon-fueled storms are also possible over the next few days in the flood zone. Scientists are still working to determine exactly what caused the disaster. The U.S. Geological Survey said a glacial collapse when a large section of ice breaks off and falls down a slope and landslide was behind the disaster. Dramatic footage shows a torrent of water hitting the mountainous region, submerging villages and wiping out bridges.
Thieves on Thursday raided the Treasure of Vienna, one of the greatest Bronze Age gold collections, in the latest high-profile heist at a European museum. The raid on the 50-plus mainly gold objects in the Spanish town of Vienna lasted just minutes. The operation was super fast and super professional, a spokesperson said. The 29 bracelets, 11 bowls, 3 bottles, and other miscellaneous pieces of the Treasure of Vienna are kept in a small museum. Though mainly gold, there are also pieces of silver, iron, and amber, all dating back to about 1000 BC. The treasure was discovered in 1963 by Jose Maria Soler in a vessel sunk in a dried-out riverbed in Vienna. While the treasure's historical value is incalculable, the gold alone is worth around $2 million. Now here comes Wolf TV Trivia. Now let's look at today's sports news. As of the 2026 season, the NFL will be eliminating the Pro Bowl games from their season. And so instead of playing in an actual AFC versus NFC Pro Bowl game, the league will focus more on celebrating the honor. 88 non-replaceable players will be selected to the Pro Bowl in late December. The Pro Bowl has been a part of the NFL since 1938 and was a part of every season except for 2021. More recently, the games have switched from the traditional game to multiple mini-games to a flag football game. The change allows for players to remain injury-free after their season is over, as well as allow players who are playing in the Super Bowl to receive the honor. The Pro Bowl was a great part of the NFL for a long time, and it will be greatly missed. Maybe after a few years in the Bammer, the NFL can rework it and bring it back better than ever.
Top golfer Scottie Scheffler came down with hand, foot, and mouth virus from his 2 kids. The virus was effective in placing painful blisters on his hands. This infection was very coincidentally right before a giant string of tournaments. The blisters became such a problem that Scheffler seriously considered taking a break and dropping out of all of his future competitions. Despite this, Scheffler persevered and was able to play. The determination or stubbornness to play through the blisters and sores is a great example of what makes Scheffler such a great competitor and the mental strength required to be one of the best golfers in the world.
The college football season is about to be back in swing with Week 0 happening this weekend. To kick it all off, legendary head coach Bill Belichick and the University of North Carolina will take on the TCU Horned Frogs in a high-profile ACC matchup. The opening game will once again take place overseas in Dublin, Ireland, and will air on ESPN at 11 a.m. our time. TCU is favored to win the game, so the Tar Heels will have their work cut out for them. Belichick had a bit of a rough start as a college football coach, so he definitely needs to get a big win here to justify this astronomical paycheck. Belichick said, "Opening day is always a tough game to prepare for because there are so many unknowns. It's the same for both teams, but it's always a little bit of an unknown. It's always different when the real lights come on. Other teams will be making their debut this weekend as well. Some matchups include Memphis at UNLV and a high-profile matchup of number 14 USC taking on San Jose State. The majority of season openers will take place next weekend, but you can feel the magic in the air. College football is almost back."
Finally, come out to Hunter Stadium tonight to support our St. Paul's football team for the 2026 Jamboree. The Wolves will take on former LaSallians, the Rummel Raiders. JV starts at 5:30 with varsity to follow at 7. Let's get the season started off right by packing the stands and cheering on the Wolves to victory. Now it's time for Song of the Day.
Now let's take a look at the world of entertainment and other things. They said bad news comes in threes. Among the many celebrity deaths this week, another legend has left us with the great Peter Cullen. He passed away peacefully on Wednesday in his Los Angeles home at the age of 85. He's renowned for voicing the roles of Optimus Prime, Eeyore, Kara in Knight Rider, and Thetis in Invincible. Luckily for Invincible fans, Cullen was able to finish his lines as Thetis in Season 4. However, for Transformers fans, the next movie set to release in either 2027 or 2028 will no longer feature Cullen's iconic voice work. He played the role of Optimus Prime for over 42 years in almost every TV show and every movie. Prime has rarely been voiced by others, but hopefully the team at Hasbro and Paramount can find someone to fill in the gap behind from Cullen's impact on the franchise. Rest in peace, Mr. Cullen. On this day, the Autobots will definitely roll out to honor your legacy.
In response to Dolly Parton's death, Trump ordered the American flag to be at half-mast for a week. Many Americans have been overwhelmingly filled with love, deep grief, and universal praise for her legendary music and her generous heart. Dolly Parton's famous songs Jolene, 9 to 5, and Islands in the Stream surged to the top of the list for most listened to songs this week. Dolly also built a huge philanthropic career. She donated an estimated $600 million throughout her life. Many people look up to Dolly for her charity work across the years, and many locals and tourists have been traveling to honor her legacy. This includes letters, pictures, and flowers to a statue in her hometown of Tennessee, along with many tributes along the gates to her private estate. Dolly will rest next to her husband at Woodland Lawn Memorial Park in Nashville and will be buried in her signature high heels. Her family says the best way to honor her memory is to give it to the charitable causes closest to her heart. We at Wolf TV and millions across the world are heartbroken at Dolly's passing and wish that she rest in peace. And now it's time for History Today.
Hey Hunter, what did the janitor say to the mop?
What?
You sweep me off my feet. That's our show for today, Wolves. Thank you for watching Wolf TV, and until next time, let's make it a great day.